Yo, what's up, my empathic ninjas and warriors? This is your boy, JC Desmond. Welcome to Love Over Narcissism. And today's topic, we are going to talk about how the narcissists are stuck in a prison forever. So please take the time to like, share, comment, subscribe, unlike, whatever. Support the channel, give us some traction, and do the necessary things to show us some love or dislikes, whatever. Press that dislike twice, though. Anyway, moving forward. Here's what I'm going to tell you guys now, and I want you guys to really understand this. And I'm not playing devil's advocate here, and I'm not siding with the narcissist. But I'm going to tell you right now, the heartbreak, the cognitive dissonance, the confusion that you're going through post-discard is absolutely nothing compared to what the narcissist is going through every day of their lives. Picture waking up in the morning, right? You wake, and this is from experience. I've seen this with my ex-narc. You wake up in the morning, you sit up, and you stare. You do a 1,000-yard stare across the room, basically. You sigh, you get up, and you look into the mirror. When you look in that mirror, you start talking to yourself. You know, I'm not worthy, I'm not pretty, or I'm not, right? So then you start to doubt yourself. You're already at a low point because every day that they wake up, it's like they're at a low fuel level, okay? So now your main objective is to go out and seek some kind of fuel source to build up your confidence to go along with the day, right? And think about how tiring this has to be because they have to do this all the time. These people have such low self-worth, they can't do it themselves. You see, you and I can wake up every day and kind of have either a really crappy day or a really good day. I mean, but it's all based on your mindset. It's all based on how you woke up. It's all based on what you want. I mean, if you decide that a little episode in the morning is going to ruin your whole day, then that's what you decide. But if you wake up, you have the capabilities to say, wow, I know it's going to be a good day. And they don't. They really don't feel this way. So they get up, they go about their business, and they start right away with maybe they might send a text message to somebody, or they might post something on social media to gain reactions, or whatever the case may be. But these people are in constant hunt for fuel sources because when they are at a low point, they need the fuel. When they are at a low point, they're at a panicking state. They need the fuel because if they're at a low point, they can slip into a depression. If they don't get that fuel, they can slip into a depression and can even become suicidal, can rage out, can become violent. So they go about their day trying to seek sources of supply. They might get it from a loved one. I remember one time I got up in the morning and I checked my phone. The narc walked to the kitchen, then she walked back and she yelled, "Why do you always have to be on your phone? Why don't you just come and stay with me while I eat?" And I kind of gave her a look like, "You are so annoying right now. Like, just go away." But what happened? I felt bad. I went over to her. I sat down next to her, and I sat next to her while she ate, but I had to tell her off. Who are you to speak to me like that? And guess what? She got the supply she needed because she triggered me and she pissed me off. That started her day. So she went about the day continuously picking at little things to bother me about. And it worked because throughout that whole day, I spent it either defending myself or firing off back at her like, "Hey, what the hell is your problem?" This gave her the fuel to go about her day. And this is what they do. They do little things, whether it sends a nice little flirty message to their secondary source of supply, or their backup supply, or whatever you want to call it, or they start arguing with their primary source of supply, the gears all start grinding together, and everything starts working and their day starts going. This is how they regulate themselves. This is every day they have to do this. They can't just wake up and be alone and just reflect. They can't do that. They can't wake up and feel happy about themselves. Think about going every day of your life wondering when your next fuel source is coming. Because I don't want you guys to think that they're just in abundance of fuel sources. Narcissists have a scarcity mindset. They're always in search of fuel because they are afraid that if they run out of fuel, it can kill them, right? This is the reason why they're always grooming up new sources. This is the reason why they cheat all the time. They lie. They keep secrets about other people. They'll always talk to their exes. They keep a whole harem garage, as Narcology Unscripted would say, a harem garage filled with sources so that they can always go back and try to fuel up, right? They know very well that if all that fuel is gone, it's lights out for them. Every day they wake up with this voice inside them telling them that they're not worth anything. They are not worthy of love. They are not worthy of attention. So the false self fights back and says, you're wrong. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of attention. I am worthy of friendship. I am worthy of success. But that little voice that keeps going tells them, no, you're not. You're not worthy. And when people find out who you are, they're going to agree that you're not worthy. So narcissists have to always come up with a plan to try to get that supply, whether it be love bombing one person so they could get them hooked in, devaluing somebody else so that they can get ready for the discard, then triangulating with that one person they love bomb now as their main source of supply so that they can get them to go after the former source of supply so they can fight over the narcissist so the narcissist can feel better about themselves. Or if the narcissist is at work, they can complain about their coworker so that they can they can spread rumors about a certain coworker so that coworker can be looked at as the scapegoat so they can somehow boost up their position and go for a higher position. It's all in the pursuit of trying to gain some kind of power so that they can feel like they are actually worth something. This is an everyday struggle. They do this all the time. They don't stop. They do this all the time. Imagine how tiring that must be. This is one of the reasons why narcissists are always actually tired, physically tired. Sometimes when they go home, they crash. Then that mask comes off. And the nasty part of them, which is the real part of them, that nasty real self starts to come out. They hate life. They are not happy people. So no matter what they try to do to convince other people, they're not happy. It's all in the pursuit of trying to win. If you live your whole life trying to gain attention because you can't regulate your own emotions, you are not happy. I've seen my ex-narc in a depressive state. It's not pretty. I have friends that have seen her in a depressive state. It's not pretty. And it's actually kind of heartbreaking to watch this. Because no matter what, we're always going to be able to elevate ourselves, move up, change, become stronger, become better, succeed. We can all do this with our own power, but they can't. They need supply. They need it. You don't. Just think about that. These guys live in a prison every day. Narcissists are the unhappiest people on earth. They have the lowest self-esteem, the lowest form of self-worth. They cannot self-soothe. They cannot self-reflect. They will never experience love. And every relationship they get into dies. They actually believe that they are the victim. And the cycle repeats over and over and over and over again. They are always in pursuit of love, though they don't truly know what it is. And they never find it. And they are always disappointed. They get bored very easily. They find that new source of supply. They're excited. Then all of a sudden, oh, that new source of supply is human. Oh man, what a disappointment. Think about you wanting to go to a restaurant. You've heard all these reviews of how great the restaurant is, right? And you're excited to go to this restaurant, but when you go in, you're not impressed at all. You know, this is how narcissists look at people. It's like, oh, this new person, this new shiny toy. Oh, this is exciting. They do get excited. And for the beginning of the love bombing phase, they experience some kind of joy, right? But then once they start to see that the new source of supply is actually a human being and not a demigod or some kind of a supernatural, superpower, then they start to kind of lose interest, and they become disappointed all the time. Right? Think about how it must feel to always go on in life trying to find something new, only to find that it doesn't fill the void inside your heart. It doesn't fill the void in your soul. Think about what it must be like to constantly destroy people's lives and then knowing that other people have figured you out. Because when people, they tell you that narcissists don't self-reflect, they do. And the self-reflection comes in when they are in this depressive state, or when they are at a heavy narcissistic injury, or when they are at their collapse. But they do reflect, and it's absolutely frightening. It's something they don't like to do, so they put on the mask. And that's the reason why they become worse, more manipulative once they go through that narcissistic collapse or the narcissistic injury. Think about how that must feel to every day go through the same thing over and over again. And when they get older, they have nothing to show for their life. Think about that. So right now, your heart might be broken as an empath. Right now, you might be confused. Right now, you might be saying to yourself, I don't know what's real anymore, right? But that's right now. Narcissists are in their prison for the rest of their lives. And the only way out of their prison is death. So I hope you guys got some clarity. I hope this video resonates with you. Remember, guys, love yourself, respect yourself, love over narcissism. JC, I'm out.